Deep Gyan power. Welcome to the ocean of deep knowledge. Have you ever wondered why some people prefer to stay away from crowds? Why do they find their peace within the four walls of their home? Why does the outside world not seem as colorful to them as it is to others? Why does one person like a noisy market and another the silence of their room? Why does one person always want to go out and another doesn't even take the name of stepping outside? Is this our habit, our thought process, or the journey of our soul? Have you ever thought about why you don't step out of your house? Have you ever felt that the crowd outside scares you? Or do you feel that being alone is your peace? Have you ever realized that there is a world beyond the four walls of your home, but you can't muster the courage to go to its door? Sometimes this fear is of society, sometimes of people's gazes, and sometimes of the complexities of our own mind. But the question is, can we truly know our soul if we have stopped looking at the world? Today, we will dive into the depths of these questions, a story in which you might see yourself too. Aarav's story, a journey of solitude and search. Imagine. There is a person whose name is Aarav. Aarav shies away from going out. He doesn't enjoy parties, nor the company of friends, nor the dazzle of the city. People often say, "Hey, why do you live so alone? Go out a bit, have fun, enjoy life." But Aarav would just smile. The real peace for him was somewhere else. His books, his small room, and the soft breeze coming through the window. This was his world. Now you think, is Aarav wrong? Is society right in considering him strange? Or is Aarav exploring the world within him, more than the world outside? The inner journey. Aarav felt his identity was lost in the crowd. But when he was alone, his thoughts would deepen. Immersed in books, he would ask questions that seemed ordinary to others. Who am I? Is life just about eating, earning, and spending? Or is there some other mystery hidden behind it? Perhaps this is why sages and hermits also went to the jungle and caves. They also sought refuge in solitude, because there they didn't hear the noisy voices outside, but the true voice of the soul, society and fear. But friends, a person like Aarav is not always accepted. People call him strange, lonely, weak, or afraid. The truth is that some people are afraid to step out. They feel that the world will judge them or that they won't be able to fit into the pace of this world. This fear slowly turns into a habit, and the habit slowly into a prison. But the outside world is not just a crowd. There is nature there, the open sky, and that gust of wind that touches our soul. Aarav slowly learned this too. First, he looked at the sky from the window. Then he went to the terrace to feel the sun's rays, and then he sat on a park bench and talked to the trees. These were small steps that were dissolving his fear and turning it into courage. Balance. Here comes the real turning point of the story. Aarav understood that solitude is not bad, but living only in solitude is also incomplete. Just as a bird needs both wings to fly, a human also needs both inner peace and outer responsibility in life. Sages and hermits practiced penance in the forest, but when society needed them, they would also come out of the ashram to guide them. We also have to learn this balance. Friends, there are many Aaravs in today's generation. Some people want to prove themselves by going out, while some search for the truth by looking within. Both are right, but balance is essential. If you like being alone, that is the choice of your soul. But at the same time, don't forget your duty. Family, friends, society. By connecting with them, the light of your soul also illuminates the lives of others. This is the true balance. Calm from within, active from without. Turning fear into strength and solitude into spiritual practice. Sometimes people prefer to be alone because they feel that people don't understand them. Or perhaps the words of others hurt their heart. But friends, if this solitude lasts for a long time, it becomes a problem. You must have seen some people say, "I like to be alone," but the same people toss and turn in bed at night and think to themselves, "Is there anyone who can understand my pain?" Meaning, solitude is sometimes comfort and sometimes a burden. They also chose soul. Part 3. The burden of society and perspective. In our society, those who go out, laugh, and play are called social. But those who remain silent, stay at home, are called lonely, sad, or strange. But is this really true? Or is the truth that these people listen more to the depths of their soul? They stay away from the noise of the crowd and are able to understand the silence where real knowledge is hidden. But where is the solution for this? What did the sages and hermits do? They also chose solitude. But the difference was that even while alone, they remained connected to nature. The rivers, waterfalls, the rustling of the wind, The sound of leaves in the jungle, these were their companions. So whenever you feel lonely, don't lock yourself in a room. Go outside, watch the sky for a while, feel the sun's rays, gaze at the greenery of the leaves, and take a deep breath. Nature is medicine for the mind. Nature is a friend of the soul. Part 4, Layers of Psychology. So friends, if you live alone, are troubled, or feel that people don't understand you, then don't worry. Solitude is not a flaw. It is a part of the soul's journey. But yes, don't stay locked inside always. Go out sometimes. Feel nature. Have new experiences. Because the soul finds depth in silence and life finds freshness in experiences. Psychologists say, every person's energy is different. Some people are extroverted. They get energy from outside. Some people are introverted. They get their energy from within. So if someone doesn't go out, doesn't mix in the crowd, it doesn't mean that they are lonely. Rather, they are nurturing their inner strength. Part 5, Aarav's Day. Imagine. Aarav wakes up in the morning. The soft sun rays come through the window. He makes a cup of tea, opens a book, and gets lost in his thoughts. In the evening, he sits on the balcony and looks at the moon. His mind is not in the outside rush. He wants to connect himself not with the world, but with God. Now think, is Aarav really alone? Or is he more connected than those people who are cut off from themselves? Spiritual perspective. Spiritual texts say, the person who learns to live in silence is the one who understands the deep secrets of life. Not leaving the house sometimes becomes a spiritual practice. When a person is away from the noise, they can hear the inner voice. In that voice, and we find the true music of the soul. Challenges and misunderstandings, but friends. With every strength comes responsibility. If someone always stays at home and isolates themselves from society, if they start feeling lonely, then this can also become a trap. There is a very fine difference between loneliness and self-reflection. On one hand, it gives you depth. On the other hand, it can also take you into darkness. Solution and balance, so what to do? If you are also a person who doesn't go out much, then don't consider this nature your weakness. Instead, make it a strength. How? Connect with new ideas through books. Practice meditation. Connect with nature, even if it's just by looking at the sky from your window. And most importantly, write, speak, and share your feelings. The twist in the story, Aarav's story, doesn't end here. Slowly, he understands that it is not necessary to run away from the outside world. Rather, when he is ready, he will step out. He fills himself with so much inner strength that one day when he steps out, the world will not change him, but he will change the world. Friends, if you are also among those people who don't like to go out of the house, then remember, this is not your weakness. This is a priceless quality within you. The only difference is, you have to understand it and create the right balance. The final message. So friends, what did you learn from this story today? Are you also like Aarav? Do you also feel your inner world more? If yes, then be sure to share this video with your friends. Perhaps they also need this piece. And yes, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then do it now. Because here we don't just talk, but we dive into the depths of the soul. See you again on the next journey of deep Gyan power. Until then, keep smiling, stay calm, and keep searching for that light within you that makes you unique. Thank you.